If you guys lacking coins for all the new cards that are out, then check out mulefactory.com. They're the cheapest site I've found for coins. They deliver in 5 minutes. And if you use TGC Kurt5 at checkout, you get 5% off your order. Check them out with the link down below now. What's up guys, Curtis here and welcome to a brand new FIFA 10 to FIFA 17 transfer special. That's right, we're doing transfers. We have 8 today. This isn't going to be one of those like 2 of an episode. I do 8 minimum, that's my thing. 8 transfers in this episode, and we're going to go see how they've changed from FIFA 10 to FIFA 17. Kind of the transfer window like opened this week, so a lot of like exciting ones came through, which is always good. Don't comment down below if you think I've missed some. They may be in previous episodes or they may be coming up in future episodes. Just hold out and wait for it. I have one other quick thing to say. If you guys have been watching my Football Manager, especially this one's more for you. I've launched a Patreon. This is more for people that want to support my channel and just want to help me basically create more content like Football Manager stuff, get more regular uploads on this channel, etc. And you also get loads of bonuses with it too. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, click the link down below and go check out my Patreon. It would be amazingly appreciated. Even if you did like the smallest thing, I would love you eternally for it. Shall we get into this episode? Let's do it. Right, first up we have a bit of an interesting one. I quite like this one. It isn't Nelson Semedo, which is the one everyone knows more this season, I feel like. It is Ruben Semedo, the centre-back. Nelson's having a great season, but Ruben, he's got quite an exciting move, actually. So, he got into the team of the season last year, played fantastically for Sporting. Looks like a really exciting centre-back. His card is getting better and better. Good pace, nice-looking card. He looks like a good player, but he's actually had a really exciting move. So obviously this year he got upgraded to the 78, as you can see there. But he's got to move to Villarreal. I don't know why. I think that's quite a cool move. I think he's going to get in a bit more of an upgrade, and I think he'll be a really exciting striker for centre-back, for in the BBVA. There's kind of like not that many centre-backs really, and I think he's Portuguese, some really cool links there. We're losing Pepe, we're getting this guy. He looks quite good, and I think he'll be quite an exciting player to have on FIFA next season. Next up, we have one that is, he's only been in FIFA for 1 season, and it's a bit of an interesting one. It's Frank Kessie. Now, he has just signed for AC Milan. There's a few versions of his card. He's signed for AC Milan on a bit of a weird deal. Let me just show you. Obviously, these are his 2 versions of his card. You basically just saw it there. He signed on like a loan, but I think it's a 3-year loan, like 6 million a year or something like that, with the option to then pay like an additional fee at the end of it to keep him. Something along those lines. Italians and their loans, they are mental. I'll never really understand it, just why or what Italians are doing. They do the weirdest thing. There's always like crazy loans. It doesn't really add up to me, but he's on loan technically to AC Milan, and that is the second player of this episode. Right, this is a very AC Milan heavy one. I've got 3 AC Milan players in this episode. They are all in a row. I should have done them as the starting 3, but this is another one. This is Matteo Musacchio. I think his first name is Matteo. I may have completely made that up. He's signed for AC Milan. I'll tell you what, I don't actually know his fee, so I'm going to go and check it quickly. Apparently, there's even more crazy signings coming in for Milan too. So much stuff. It just says a 4-year contract. It may have been the end of his deal. That might be why. I don't know what his fee is, so there you go. I'm not going to act like I do know, but there's so many rumours coming out of all the different signings that AC Milan are making at the moment. Some absolutely crazy ones, and hopefully they'll be in future episodes soon. I won't give them all away now, but we go back to FIFA 12 for Musacchio's first card. It's okay, you won't really see it used. Then he has a silver, then he has quite a cool silver, and this is, I feel like, where FIFA fans at least started to know who he was. Quite an exciting card. His team of the season was really cool. Like, it's just decent. FIFA 15, though, he gets a bit of an upgrade. He's still not rare, though, so he's not 70 pace, which is kind of that threshold where you find most people want to use him, and he wasn't rare. But FIFA 16, his pace does go down 1, but he's now a rare card. Suddenly becomes like more usable, even though his stats arguably not as good. Well, it's only 1 pace different actually. They're probably a bit better. But then this year he's ended up with an 83 rated card. So a really good signing for Milan. I don't know how good he has actually been this season, but he's improved a lot over the last few years and should be a player that Milan really need to kind of kick on a little bit. Next up we have quite an exciting one. It's the final of the AC Milan players in this episode, and that is Ricardo Rodriguez. He has just been relegated with Wolfsburg, I believe. I'm pretty sure they did go down. I know they're in the playoffs. No, yeah, they did go down. He signed apparently a 4-year deal for 17 million euros. He chose the number 68 shirt apparently after his mum, which is quite an interesting one, an interesting number to have. I don't like it when players have really high numbers. I understand like the sentimental value of it, but I don't know. That being said, this guy is a fantastic signing for AC Milan. He's been amazing in the Bundesliga the last few years. He's a free kick specialist, a corner specialist, just a set piece specialist really. Really good at it. He's got fantastic crossing, very good offensive player. He can defend quite well too. He's not super quick, but he is a very good player and he's been very consistent over the last few years for Wolfsburg. We have to go back to FIFA 13 though to find his first card. It was a silver Wolfsburg card, pretty standard. His card stays pretty much the same for a few years. He does get a team of the season in FIFA 14 and he got one in FIFA 15. The card doesn't really change though. The only thing is maybe his technical stats go up slightly, but that is about it. And then obviously he's ended up with an 83 in FIFA 16 and then the 83 this year as well. And now he's going to have an AC Milan card next season. It's going to be interesting. I don't know how many Swiss players there are in France to link it up, but he should be a fun player to play with next season and definitely mixing it up a little bit. It's nice when players that have been in the Bundesliga for all of Ultimate Team are no longer there. Next up we have quite an exciting one. It's Maximilian Philipp. I felt like it would be quicker to find him this way than type in his name. But he started off as a centre forward card. He now has a gold centre forward card, sorry, silver to gold. And an interesting young player. He's just signed for Borussia Dortmund, one of the few players they've already got over the line already. 20 million euros plus bonuses they apparently paid for him. I don't know much about him in real life. I'm looking. I've seen he's got 6 appearances for the German under-21s. And he scored 18 in 88 for Freiburg. So it's not horrific. It's an okay return for a centre-forward. He'll probably get a lot more playing for Dortmund. That's the way it goes. But you look back to FIFA 15, he was a bronze card. Stats obviously awful. Silver, he does get quite a good increase actually for FIFA 16. Not a bad looking card. And then obviously FIFA 17 there. His best card so far. Looks quite good. I'm sure he'll probably end up like a 79 rated or something next year. That always happens when you move to a bigger club. And he looks like he may be quite an interesting centre forward. A good starter card at the start of the year. Not bad at all. Okay, next up we have a bit of an unusual transfer history for this one, and I don't actually know the fee that he has gone for. It's Sven Coombs. He's just signed for Anderlecht. Quite a good sign in my opinion. We're going to look back at his quite weird history though. He started off in FIFA 10 as a silver, playing for, I did try to remember the team, it is Kortrijk, probably saying that wrong, completely wrong. He played for them for 2 FIFA seasons, a couple years in real life. His card was basically identical for both seasons. He then moved to Heerenveen, had a good couple years there. His card was increasing a lot. He was doing quite well before he moved back to Belgium. He was playing for Zulte Waregem. I'm not sure how you'd say it. Belgian names I'm not very good at. It's the one that's like Zulte and then Waregem, I think. But I'm not sure how long he was there for because he moved to Ghent the following season. Sometimes the transfers are a bit weird with the cards on here because sometimes they'll move in January and stuff like that. But he ended up getting a team of the season for Ghent, which is quite good. A good season for them, and he had 2 back-to-back fantastic seasons. I remember the FIFA 16 team of the season card, but that led for him to be bought by Watford, which really confuses me given that he never had a FIFA card at Watford, never spent any time there, and just went straight out on loan to Udinese. Now, they're owned, I'm not sure if they still are, but they were owned by the same guys, right? I'm pretty sure that's true. They're owned, and they also, was it Granada, but they don't own Granada anymore? I think that's right. They own Watford and Udinese, so they bought him to Watford and then loaned him to Udinese. He's one of those players where really they had no intention for him to ever be at Watford, but there's just a way to get it through the books a bit sneakily. But then he's been at Udinese for this season, of course, but he's just signed for Anderlecht. Obviously didn't suit the Serie A as well. Maybe they just wanted to cash in a bit of money. 29 appearances he's got for Udinese, but now he's going to be playing back in the Belgian league where he started, and it'll be interesting to see if he gets back to how he was when he was playing for Ghent. I always like it when these players have team of the seasons. It means they've actually been in quite good form as of late before the signing, and yeah, it sometimes means it's a bit more of an inspired signing. This next one is Aviles Hurtado. I'm going to put him in his striker team of the season card. He obviously has that normal gold one which you just saw there. He has a bit of an interesting few years. He started off at Pachuca, I'm pretty sure that's Pachuca. That's off my memory, it may be wrong. He does then move to America, I think that's the name of that team. One quick thing too as well, at some point in FIFA 15 he had another card. I'm not sure if it was on loan or how it worked out, but it was at, I think it was like Chiapas or something like that. It's one that's got like a leopard on the badge. I may have got it wrong. I can't remember it, but just, you know what I mean. But this season, he's playing for America. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called again. I'm going to have to check this. I don't want to be getting all these names wrong. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. I know nothing about Mexican football. Okay, right. I'm going to correct the names. That is Pachuca, that first one. That's correct. He was then on loan to Chiapas which is the one with the Jaguar on it. I got that right. Well, I technically got the Jaguar bit right. And then he moved to Tijuana. This club's not America. I don't know why it was called Club. Oh, that's the one that was like in the circle, wasn't it? This is Club Tijuana. He was just there for 2 seasons, season and a half. He got 12 goals in 14 games. And then he's just signed now for Monterrey, which you can see like here. Okay. That one was really hard work. That was harder work than it should have been. That probably just sounded like a muffled mess, to be honest. I think for now, we'll stay away from that league for a little while because I only did that one because he had a team of the season card. Other than that, I know nothing about that league. I'm not going to lie to anyone here. Right, last but most certainly not least, we have Enes Unal, a really exciting young player. He's been kind of like touted a lot for a lot of different teams. He obviously was bought permanently by Man City, but this is where this comes in. So he's just in real life been bought permanently by Villarreal for 12 million. Is it pounds or for pounds? But Man City have a buyback option, which is quite clever considering they assume he was going to go on and be a bit of a world beater. He actually started his career off at Bursaspor. Doesn't have a Bursaspor card though. His first card was when he first moved to Man City. I think he was in career mode, but wasn't actually on the game at Bursaspor. Moved to City. He's been there since 2015 basically. Not played a league game. I'm pretty sure he's played a cup game at some point for City. No, he hasn't. He's not played a single minute for Man City. That following season, no, he moved to Genk. He was also on loan somewhere else. He was at NAC Breda that season. But then this year, he was on loan at FC Twente and he had a fantastic time there. He got into the team of the season at the end of it. 18 goals in 32 is a really good return on investment. And now he's moved to Villarreal. Going to be quite interesting to see how he does in one of like the bigger leagues. In quote marks, of course. And it'll be very interesting to see how he gets on. City have that buyback option. Is he going to go on to be a world beater? Who knows? But that, guys, brings us to the end of this episode. I feel like that one was tricky. There were some hard players in this one. That was a lot of work. Smash that like button if you guys did enjoy it. Don't forget to check out the Patreon if you feel so inclined. Thank you very much, as always, for watching these videos. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all next time. What was that? Bye, guys.